money can bang with us. Straight up, we no angel dust. Label us notorious. Thug ass niggas that love the bus. It's strange to us. Y'all niggas be scrambling, gambling. I'm restaurants with mandolins and violins. We just sitting here trying to win, trying not to sin. High off weed and oxygen. So much smoke needs oxygen. Steadily counting Benjamins. Nigga, you should too. If you knew what this game would do to you. Been in this shit since 92. Look at all the bullshit I've been through. So go beef with you know who. Both of you female stars are too. Then I'm blue like niggas do like my shit. Not to be fucking.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for coming over.
Whiskey nights, we're back.
We're back.
With style. Like Austin Munns.
Austin Munns.
Thanks for doing this, brother.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me on.
He's our homie from work.
Austin's big sports guy, big sports fan, as most people know. But and we were going to do a Super Bowl podcast. And the day that we're recording this, literally, was it 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, we all got the news that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter, and his daughter and a few other people. That's pretty shocking. Love or hate Kobe, you definitely respect him in the sports world. We didn't feel right, like, just skipping right to the Super Bowl and not talking about him. For me personally, is what him, Michael Jordan, and Tiger Woods, the three most competitive, greatest athletes of my generation. And he was always a rival. I'm not a Lakers fan, like you were or anything, or cheered for Kobe. Like, I cheered against him because he'd always beat us.
Yep.
But the guy was incredible, and it's just sad. Still in shock. More details will come out after this podcast airs, I'm sure. But that's just barely happened. We just barely found out about it. So, yeah, tough loss. That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Like I said, I always cheered against the guy. 20 years, hated the guy because he beat the fuck out of the Suns. Like, even some of his biggest moments, his biggest shots, when you see him, last second shot beating the Suns, and like that, and pulling his jersey. You know.
You knew if he got the ball at the last second, he was going to beat your team.
Yeah,
it's just
always
like,
gonna win.
yeah, it was like, don't foul, his hands up, and still couldn't stop it.
we were talking off camera. You never got to see him play.
Yeah, I never got to see him.
I saw him once. I'm sure you
I saw him twice. Yep.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
representing.
Yeah.
Wearing the Kobe, had to.
I'm gonna do it all whole week at work too. I'm gonna wear a
it.
different jersey every day for him.
Yeah,
I don't like the Lakers, but I would have wore a Kobe Bryant jersey to this if I would have known. If I would have had one.
Yeah.
That much respect for that guy.
Yeah, like I said, I never went and saw him just because of the whole Laker thing. I was like, all right, Lakers and Suns, nah, man. I'm not gonna go see the Lakers. But now it's like, oh shit, you should take that chance. So I was saying, me and my brother want to go see LeBron at least once.
You never know.
Great players like that only come around.
And from the day we're recording this,
generational players.
It'll air a few days later, but the day we're recording this, LeBron James passed him in points last night, literally the night before he dies, and Kobe tweets about it, and then LeBron gives Kobe all the credit, and then the next morning it's just like everybody's in shock.
In Kobe's hometown too, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. LeBron's game?
Yeah.
Philly?
As I said before, I forget, I didn't cheer for him, but nothing but respect. And I feel for him and his family, because that sucks that his little daughter is with him.
Feel for his wife.
I mean, celebrity or not, you don't want nobody going through that in their family. And
I was trying to think on the way over here, is something that shocking. Just, that's like something.
That big of an athlete.
Well, that big of an athlete just dying all of a sudden. The only one I could think of that could even come close is when Dale Earnhardt died at Daytona 500. That was a huge, on the final lap. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. was right in front of him. That's the only other one that I could think of, like, at this level. It was just like, and this is even higher than that.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, you want to say anything? I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, much respect.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I grew up my whole life kind of hating Kobe Bryant at first.
I get it.
He was just the best, and you really couldn't do much to stop him. I think why I loved him so much though was he was kind of one of the last old school.
I used to say
100% agree.
I used to say he's one of the last 90 players that.
I actually wanted to say that too. I like what you said there because we
used to say that shit.
He was the last of the dying breed of like, okay, I'm not on social media every single day. I'm not wearing the fake glasses. I'm just
No
just
days
a
off.
guy. Yeah, no days off.
No days off.
Crazy
not
bright
real.
colored suits. He always has an old school suit.
Try to talk to Kobe about load management. Yeah, it's not a thing with Kobe. The guy had always played.
Yeah, I think that's where I just had so much respect for him and just his work ethic too. I don't think I've ever seen anybody work harder than that guy, probably.
Yeah.
He might have had one of the best. It wasn't winning a championship, but his exit from the NBA.
Oh yeah.
Dropping 60 in his last game against the Jazz.
It was kind of crazy.
Watching that game, I'm not a Kobe fan, but I watched it because it's Kobe's final game. I watch it, you know.
We all watch.
And watching the game, like even though you're not a fan, like
I was cheering for him.
He gave you
I was.
chills.
I'm a Jazz fan.
Every time you touch the ball, it was just hitting and hitting, and just, you're like, oh my god, like
Nobody's gone out like that.
yeah, it's like this guy's like
He's a
walking,
different level.
he's walking out the NBA like, yeah, it's fucking right. I'm still one of the top motherfuckers, and I'm walking away.
That's one of the best exits I think I've ever seen from him.
For me too, Kobe kind of reminds me, just to me, of like a Tom Brady, like where I hated him and hated him and hated him, and finally I'm like, all right, you might be the best.
Yeah.
You're definitely one of the best.
Yeah.
And because I was such a big Michael Jordan fan growing up, I didn't ever want to accept like, all right, everybody keeps saying this is the next Michael Jordan. There's only one Michael Jordan, which there is, but Kobe's as close as you could. Same work ethic, same style of shot. They talk the same.
Did you ever see that
like
little video?
Michael Jordan too.
Yeah, that little video of them doing the exact same shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dreamy shit. Yeah.
But
Crazy.
just really sad, and we wanted to touch on that. This is a Super Bowl podcast, and we're going to do our predictions and everything. But we just wanted to, rest in peace,
Yeah,
Kobe
seriously.
Bryant,
One of the
one of
greatest.
the greatest athletes ever, not just basketball
Great
players.
greatest Laker, maybe too.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be the most loved like.
All right, it's hard to transition out of that to football,
Yeah.
but doing the Super Bowl. I know you're not a Niners fan.
No.
It's interesting. I grew up. My dad was a big Niners guy, and I grew up in Wyoming. And
Can we say who's in the Super Bowl?
yeah, Chiefs and 49ers. If you don't know that by now, then you're probably
Well,
not.
I mean, what if they're watching this in 3 years from now and like, oh,
Yeah, Chiefs and 49ers. That's what we're down to.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, I grew up. My dad's a Niners fan, so I like Steve Young, and Jerry Rice a lot. So the NFC, I always cheered for him when I was a kid. But I don't know. I moved to Utah, and I think it's all the fans here, the Steve Young connection to BYU or whatever it is. The fans of Utah make me hate 49ers.
I agree with you.
That's
Utah
how it
fans
is.
are the worst.
I'm a Jazz fan, and I think a lot of the Jazz fans are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I can't cheer for the Chiefs though. I'm wearing Peyton Manning Broncos. I can't cheer for the Chiefs. I gotta go for the Niners.
Who's she?
Just want to guess.
It's one of the greatest ever.
But
He was
yeah,
good. He was good.
I don't know. What are you rooting for, Johnny? Your
Me?
squares to hit?
I am.
I got that square with wood too.
Squares.
Yeah, I'm on 2 different boards. We're on both boards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait to piss on you. I'm fucking on the one.
It's R. Kelly and me.
Yeah.
My square is below Johnny's square, and he drew a little guy peeing on me. And the next board, I'm above him, and I didn't know. I wish I would have.
Yeah. No, I watch games here and there. I'm not a big NFL guy. You know. But
You watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I watch Super Bowl every year. It's right next to my mom's birthday. Oh, since it's gonna be coming out, happy birthday, Mom. Love you.
Irene, happy birthday.
Greatest mom ever. We all think we have the greatest mom ever. But,
She is good.
but yeah, I always go and watch it over at my mom's house. But well, not even just the Super Bowl. Like I watch the playoff games.
There might not be anything more American than the Super Bowl because everybody watches it.
Yeah.
Even even people that aren't sports fans
Yeah.
usually watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They do well because
You got halftime show.
Entertainment value.
J-Lo?
That-
It's
yeah,
J-Lo
I
and
was-
Shakira, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say who do I got? I got J Lo.
Who?
That's the highlight.
That's who you're cheering for.
I got
You're-
J Lo with a nip slip midway through.
So, I'm going for the Niners. Johnny's going for a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh god, 100%.
That's what he's cheering for.
I kind of want her and Shakira to just have an ass shaking contest for 15 minutes
That'd be something.
with braided hair. And,
You're
I'm gonna watch the whole thing on mute, really.
going for the Chiefs, though, right?
Yeah, I go for the Chiefs just because Cowboys and Niners kind of rivals, you know, back in the 90s. And
Oh, definitely.
yeah, so I mean, that rivalry's still there a little bit. It's not as much as it used to be, but.
The 90s is crazy close. I remember Charles Haley playing for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Just, oh, man.
Honestly, though, I am going for the Chiefs. I'm not going for
What?
Yeah. Yeah, but actual teams I have to pick, I'm going for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going for the Chiefs.
Yeah. I kind of.
No.
I
just can't.
What they got going?
If the Chiefs weren't in my division, you can't be a football fan and cheer. I hear people say sometimes, well, I got to cheer for them because they're in our division. Okay.
No.
That's the worst thing you could say.
That's exactly what I say.
Why would you cheer for Rebels?
Well, with basketball.
Like, you're not
going
to cheer for the Redskins, Eagles, Giants, ever.
Ever.
Well, even in
I don't
basketball,
even know. Did you cheer for the Giants against the Patriots?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I really refuse
Neither the
to
Eagles.
cheer for any California teams, just because of
And you hate the Patriots.
they're in the same division as the Suns, so, and that's kind of the 49ers thing. Like, oh, you're a California team.
Not happening.
Yeah. I just don't cheer for California teams.
Speaking of the Patriots, you think Tom Brady's back again?
You know what?
Didn't he just sign a 2-year deal?
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
No.
I thought I saw a thing that said he signed a 2-year deal.
No, I haven't heard nothing. I don't think so.
I don't want to look it up. But
At the first of the year, I would have told you that I don't think
Maybe you did. I haven't seen
I thought I saw something. You can fact check me on that. I thought I saw he just signed a 2-year deal.
At the first of the year, I would have told you I don't think he would ever play for anybody else. But now
Johnny's got me questioning now. I don't know.
Now with all the stuff, I mean, he was in the headlines the other day, you know, saying he'd exercise playing for somebody else. I mean, they quoted him, you know.
Well, you got your phone on you. You can look it up. We can't look it up.
I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about that.
Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just one of those.
It is weird to see
on
how
those
they.
pages that's just trying to get clicks and shit.
Yeah.
So,
Back to a little bit about Kobe. It's like Tom Brady just dominated forever, and I could see a fall off this year, and maybe it's
you could see a big
lack of weapons or whatever, but he just could not.
You could see a big.
Their offense was horrible, one of the worst in the league. Coaching got them as far as they did, I think.
One more quick thing about Kobe Bryant too. That's one thing I love about Kobe. Just since you said it again, but I mean, 20 years for one team. He's just loyal.
Oh, yeah,
he didn't want to play for anybody else, and I feel like that's how Brady is too. But I don't know now.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, the loyalty to one team.
I think
That's a
Brady-
big thing
Yeah.
for any sports.
I think Tom
This
Brady.
year,
I think Tom Brady's he's loyal to New England, but he's more loyal to his brand.
Yeah.
I think he'll. I think I could see him leaving the Patriots. If he, I don't know, Johnny threw that in the loop. This guy who never knows about football.
No, like,
if you knew that, it'd be
I was
amazing.
scrolling through Facebook and I thought I saw a thing that said Tom Brady signed a 2-year deal, and I was just like, okay, I didn't give a fuck. I was like,
So,
I think, but
so
that's
it's
what
like
I'm
with
saying.
Kobe though. You see people post on Facebook. How did you both go to Google? Because I went to Google. Like, is this real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it.
Yeah, because I thought it was like a hoax thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But you see him all the
no,
time.
I literally I saw it, thought it was like a little hoax thing, went to Google, and like all the news articles were like only 15 minutes old. So that's why I text you guys like, have you seen this stuff? Like, because when I text you guys, I still didn't know if it was like real, and then I saw it on TV. See, I always Google shit.
I do too. Austin is on whiskey nights, but he is stirring with his pinky.
If I'm right about that 2-year deal, I want Mike. I want Mike to be like, Johnny was right about something.
But if he was wrong,
If I was wrong, just kind of forget it.
he's got to shave his mustache.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing to that.
I was gonna say,
I'm upset that I still had to shave this shit off, but it's coming back slowly. It's coming back.
I love that this guy just brings his Ciroc vodka.
Had to do it.
I didn't realize
Anybody that watches our podcast
That's
knows
what
what
I'm
we feel about how we feel about vodka, but
I told you I don't mind vodka. We had in the very first episode. I said I don't mind it.
are you just gonna disagree with me the whole thing? It was part of the interruption.
I'll say this too. There's a lot.
Ciroc's great though. I like Ciroc.
There's a lot of bad vodkas out there.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like
Well,
too. Just
Yeah.
bad.
They
100%.
they might have the cheapest and the most expensive. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's
They really might.
Well, because it's either
Ciroc or
it's either smooth or horrible.
or hairspray.
yeah. That's exactly what it is.
That Barton's vodka ruined vodka for me.
How much hairspray have you drank in your life? How do you know
See some in my hair.
Yeah,
Some of the Ciroc did my hair today. But okay, so it's a pick 'em in the game.
Yeah.
That's that. You know, the NFL loves that.
Yep.
We might not like the matchup, but the NFL does. And if I was honest with myself, it's probably the most two deserving teams outside of Baltimore just had a bad night, I think, against Tennessee.
I think so too.
I think Baltimore is every bit as good as both. Well, they beat the Niners by 3 in
yeah.
Baltimore this year. So I think you probably got the second best AFC team and the best NFC team, if I'm being honest. Overall, I think there's a lot of questions about Garoppolo though.
I do too. That's
I
my
don't know if that guy's. Are you good? He threw 8 passes in the championship game. Like, are you good, or do they hide you? I don't know.
It seems like, I don't know, all the good quarterbacks take a lot of chances and stuff, but I swear to God, every time I see one of his games, he's got like 4 or 5 passes right off the defender's hands.
Oh yeah.
Every time, I swear.
Yeah, I think I'll probably bet the game. I'll probably bet on the 49ers, but the only concern is obviously Jimmy Garoppolo. I think the Niners have a way better team.
Overall, a better team for sure.
But especially defensively and on the line, on both lines, offensive line and defensive line. But I think the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, as much as I'd love to hate him, it's hard to hate the guy.
I'm watching some of those playoff games with him, and that boy can run.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he
Yeah.
can do it all.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're the second best AFC team in my opinion. I don't know if you agree with that. Baltimore's better. I think Baltimore is better. I think
Defensively, too.
yeah. I just think that they had a horrible night against Tennessee, and Tennessee caught them off guard. And they did it. Hey, give them credit. But it's crazy how football is because the 49ers were 4 inches away from the Seahawks. Seahawks beating them, they would have been the 5th seed. The Niners would have been the 5th seed. And I would have hit that parlay.
Yeah.
Shane
The
Clausen,
big one.
shout out. You know, would have hit that parlay.
You guys had that big one.
Bloody shame.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a pick 'em. I think the over-under was 53 and a half, something like that. So, you gonna bet on it?
Yeah, I always got
Yeah, you
bet
gotta
on
bet on the
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Besides having squares.
if you're any sort of gambler, I mean, Super Bowl, you always gotta bet on that. You gotta have something to root
I don't
for.
know, I'm a gambler, but I don't know. I've never been on the Super Bowl.
No? Never did?
Well,
I just
if
don't
you're
know. I
gonna
don't
bet
know
on the
enough.
Super Bowl, this is the one because it's a coin flip.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Vegas is.
But you can always bet on the over-under, too. That's always kind of a coin flip
Yeah.
for the most
I
part.
like I said, I don't watch a lot of it. Like watching these playoff games, dude, I was amazed at how good both these teams fucking score. This is like, so easy.
Yeah.
Well, we can translate this to basketball with you, but I'm gonna say football too, like this situation. So when your team's out, you're a Cowboys fan, I'm a Broncos fan, you're a Suns fan.
He's
You're-
a Raiders fan.
Yeah, he looks like
Yeah.
it.
People confuse me for Raiders fan, Cowboys fan. It's just the Mexican ass.
He said it.
Yeah.
People were waiting
I
for
don't
you to
care.
say it.
People think just because I'm Mexican, I'm cheering for the Raiders.
You look like every Raiders fan I've ever met.
Sorry, I had to say it.
Everybody thinks that's what I'm going for now. Hey, I mean, it would make more sense now that they're in Vegas. 'Cause I love Vegas.
Yeah.
So it does make more
They
sense.
showed
Yeah,
us.
but no.
They showed everybody like gathered around the crash site for Kobe, and they all look like you with Raiders jackets.
Except I had to shave my little
Yeah.
Mexican
Yeah, grow up,
fucking chin. Oh, I'm trying. It's been almost a week. of this
But
talk.
when your team's out, you still hold on to cheering against the team you hate.
No.
Oh yeah.
Like you hate the Niners. Your whole family is Niners fans.
That's the thing.
Jandy,
That's-
shout out.
That's the thing, too.
Casey, shout out.
Is if the Niners, not only the Niners win, I got to hear about it from all the Niners fans around here, but I got to hear about it from my family for the next year.
Yeah. Hearing
Or
about it at
possibly
home.
until the Cowboys.
Yeah, hearing
win.
about it.
I can see Johnny like the Suns don't make the playoffs, or even if they do, they'll probably be the 8th or 7th seed. If they do make the playoffs, and if they get bounced, you're cheering against the Jazz. You're cheering against the Spurs.
If they,
You're cheering against me and Austin.
100% Spurs. Sorry, Austin. Because I know DeRozan's over there. That's your boy. I love it. And I actually don't hate anybody on that team anymore. Just like Jazz.
Yeah.
I actually don't hate anybody on the Jazz. But just because of the history.
Well, I think we all agree all of Popovich, don't we?
Yeah.
Popovich is fucking great.
He's the greatest coach.
And then when they did
Greatest coach I've ever.
I know we go
in
back
NBA,
to Kobe. The Raptors, if you didn't see it, the Raptors and the Spurs were the very first game played after Kobe died, and they each took a 24-second shot clock violation for 24, which we got right here, 24. And Popovich was like just clapping the whole time.
Popovich is straight stud.
Popovich is classy, and he's like that classy asshole.
Yeah,
he's classy.
Yeah. So yeah, he's one of like the strictest, hardest coaches, but with a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because even like when Shaq was talking all that, all they want to do is foul me, hack Shaq, and he told his guys foul him right after tip off. And it was in the playoffs and everything. They tipped it off and they went over there. I think it was playoffs. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, they went and fouled him right away, and then Popovich just on the sideline, like smiling and laughing at him. And then like I think if you're talking about the NFL, everybody says Belichick's so great, but I don't see him with the sense of humor. Like,
he doesn't know.
No,
he doesn't do that at all.
all right. Belichick's the greatest NFL coach ever, and that's coming from somebody that fucking hates the Patriots. I hate the Patriots more than maybe anybody. Yeah, but he's the greatest coach ever. Mike, you're going to have fun editing this, huh? Mike, the editor, my brother, biggest Patriots fan. But, yeah, but Belichick's a stud. But he's got no sense of, that was good. Yeah.
If he had a sense of humor like Pop, everybody would love him.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah, you just...
They're both the best current coaches in their sport. I think.
100% they are.
But yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, like Popovich like shows you another side.
Oh my god, I want a celebration for you saying I was right about something.
Popovich comes around and shows you another side once in a while. Belichick's just like, it's like book on tape. You know what you're getting.
He's just kind of. I feel like he kind of thinks he's above the league too.
Yeah.
You know, like he's gotten that.
Oh, he's got an ego bigger than the stadium. They all do. Brady does. Kraft does.
I mean, yeah.
But I will give them credit that they have those three have maybe the biggest egos in sports, but they coexist somehow.
They got their system.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think to be great, you kind of have to have a little bit, but I mean their ego is a little overboard. But I think every great player, no matter what the sport is, you gotta have some sort of like yeah, I'm the fucking best. Like I'm gonna come out here and no matter what you think you can do, I'm gonna come out here and show you that.
They're smart. But Tom Brady's great, but the Patriots made Tom Brady better because I think he's the best 4-yard passer ever. Because Tom Brady, it was a system, like you were saying. They'd get Edelman or Welker, some fast little dude who just boop right off the line, and Brady hit him. And then they'd break it for 20 more yards, and then Brady's the hero.
Okay, so
but it worked, and nobody could stop it.
We're all cheering for the Chiefs for different little emotional reasons, whatever you like, right? Which team has the best?
I'm cheering for the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said Chiefs. Okay, 49ers.
Chiefs are in my division. That's
my
like
bad,
you cheering for the Spurs.
You're right, my bad. So, okay, but you got your little emotional reasons, divisional reasons. Which team do you think has the better system?
Between the 49ers and Chiefs?
Yeah, but since it's the Super Bowl, between those teams, which team do you think has the better system, and which team, no matter who you're cheering for, do you think is going to be able to implement it against
the 49ers have a better system. The Chiefs just have Patrick Mahomes. And Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. They have an amazing offense, and Andy Reid is a good coach, but he's never won.
Yeah,
he's been there.
He's great.
Everybody here's man, he's a good coach, but he's never won the big one. Yep. Maybe he pushes through with Mahomes. I don't know. I think the 49ers will win the game. I think they're a better team.
You think they have a better system and better...
Let's just put it this way. If you switch Garoppolo and Mahomes, the 49ers will win by 70. What's making it a close game is Mahomes.
I would say
the Chiefs' defense is not very good.
Yeah, it's pretty Swiss cheese.
And everybody's been talking about their defense is way better. The Chiefs had the easiest path maybe ever to the Super Bowl. They beat the Texans and they beat the Titans. They were both over a touchdown favorite against. They didn't have to face the Ravens because miraculously the Titans beat them. It's a pretty easy path. Even though they got down 24-0 against Houston, that was their own fault. They fumbled it a bunch of times and everything. They still covered.
I'll say this about the 49ers with Johnny. That's a good question. Asking about the
That was a
systems.
good question.
I think their system's way more repeatable too. You run the football and you play defense.
That's how you win.
That's how you win.
Historically.
Yeah. But that being said, I do think, and I'm not huge on Mahomes. I think he's awesome, but all these new Chiefs fans and all these new Mahomes fans, that's where. But I will say this: I think Mahomes is probably one of the greatest throwers I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, he is.
The stuff he does,
Spiral.
is just, wow.
Yeah, he's amazing. He is amazing. I hate him. I hate the way he walks.
Yeah.
He just does this little weird.
I like his commercials with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, let's touch on that. Is that the worst 14-3 team you've ever seen?
Most overrated, yeah,
That's a 9-7 team that went 14-3 and just got killed.
by far. Well, and if you
The
watch,
Niners owned him both times.
if you watch the season too, no matter who the Packers played, I mean, it's all about just getting a win in the NFL, but they squeaked it out every single week. You go look at their schedule, and against bad teams, they're just pulling off squeakers week after week.
Well, it's
You
weird.
just knew it was coming.
Aaron Rodgers might go down as the most crazy, I don't know, the most interesting athlete ever. Because you watch him, you think this guy is the best, and the only one. He's probably. I don't think he's going to win another one. One
Yeah.
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
one ring, and rings matter. I don't
I'm
care
gonna go
what
back.
he says.
On that, I'm gonna go back to the ego thing we were just talking about. I think that Aaron Rodgers, I think he's got one of the really bad egos. Because I think
Oh yeah,
to have, I mean, you've got to have that. But I think he's,
to a point.
Yeah.
To a point.
but he's kind of
oh yeah. You gotta be.
ignorant.
Russell Wilson's cocky to a point, but Russell Wilson's also fucking Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Like, you're the coach.
Yeah.
He's coachable. He's a Donovan Mitchell. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell. They're coachable.
Yeah, I think.
Devin Booker.
Yeah, you have to have an ego and be like, I can do this shit. Like, I got this. Like, what do you want me to do? All right, I'll do it. But, and then, yeah, I am that good that I can just do that. But yeah, like, the end, as long as you're not.
especially
letting it get in the way.
His
Don't let it-
ego's done.
Don't let it get in the way of
I-
the gameplay.
I'm obviously not a Cowboys fan at all, but Mike McCarthy, the former Packer coach, going there. I'm kind of interested to see how he does. Because if he does well, that's going to make. There's no way Aaron Rodgers is cheering for him to do well. Because if McCarthy does well, that just shows what an asshole Aaron Rodgers
oh yeah,
is.
he is an asshole.
And I actually think I think their new coach LaFleur,
Oh yeah, and Matt.
yeah, and Kyle Shanahan are all buddies,
Mhm.
and I think he's a good coach.
Yeah, I do too.
But he's Rodgers' ego, man. Like,
But it starts.
I will give them a little credit. They ran the ball more this year. They did do that, and they definitely need another wide receiver. But it's just Aaron Rodgers. Like, I think he got in his own way. It's like you might be the greatest if you weren't such a fuck. You might have won 5 Super Bowls.
I think it starts to hurt team chemistry too, though. I mean, when you have somebody that's just an asshole like that.
Yeah,
I think your teammates-
It's hard to measure. It's hard to measure greatness sometimes because, like, as much as I suppressed Tom Brady forever, because I'd be like, God, he just throws back. He throws 3-yard passes, and he gets all the credit. But he'd always win, and he'd win rings. And then it's just like, if you just watched and you didn't know shit about sports, and you watched Aaron Rodgers and you watched Tom Brady, you'd be like, yeah, this guy's fucking way better than him. But talent-wise, I think Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. He's got a better arm, can run. Brady can't run at all. And you don't have any wins except for one Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Then you kind of look at, well, what does Brady have? Brady can, he's a little bit more coachable. He's got the intangibles. Aaron Rodgers doesn't.
Yeah.
The biggest word I've ever heard you say in my life. Intangibles?
Oh man, I can talk about football all day. But yeah.
Well, good. That's what the Super Bowl's about. That's what the podcast is
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Now, another transition because it's big right now, and Netflix. I talked to you about this a little bit last night. Is that Aaron Hernandez? You said you watched a little bit of it.
A little bit.
I watched the whole thing.
You watched the whole thing. Watched the whole thing.
3 episodes? Or?
This mustache,
yeah,
Johnny's so creepy. He doesn't watch football, but he watches the Aaron Hernandez. Oh yeah, I watched as soon as it came out.
I like documentaries, man.
I'm a sucker for
Documentaries.
Netflix, give it up to them, man. Their documentaries.
Netflix documentaries, they just pull you.
I'd rather watch that than any of the movies.
Oh yeah.
Their original movies.
Yeah, Netflix documentaries and Netflix movies, there's no comparison. The documentaries that they do are fucking amazing.
I would like what I want to say about Aaron Hernandez though.
I actually had that conversation last night.
Crazy is all that documentary. You should check out that documentary if you haven't seen it. It is pretty crazy.
It is really good.
It's hard to feel sorry for a guy that's really like squandered a career. He had $40 million on his plate and everything.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you kind of like, God, this guy had a fucking weird mom, horrible upbringing.
So I was hanging out with Josh last night. I had this exact same conversation. It's not even a lie. I told him with the Netflix documentaries, and I was telling him about that one, the Don't Fuck with Cats one, the Making a Murder. I was telling him about all their documentaries. It starts out where you're like, oh, okay, this person is fucking crazy, psycho, whatever, and then like it pulls you in a little bit more to where you like the Ted Bundy thing. You kind of like the person.
Yeah.
And with the Aaron Hernandez thing, you're like, oh shit, like the guy didn't have a chance. You know, he had this and this going on, and then you hate him, then you love the person. And
I felt like I was
I
watching.
understand. Like he got what he should have.
I felt like he was watching it was like watching a 10-year-old because like he had the mentality.
Yeah,
that was
he
the
didn't
sloppiest murder
Yeah.
ever committed, maybe.
Yeah, left the bullet case in the car.
Yeah, everything. It was just, it was down. It was a mile from his house.
Yeah, really close.
Old Lloyd. There was no reason like for him to even be in that. He didn't know anybody in that. And they said in that neighborhood, like said Aaron Hernandez.
Had security footage of him getting in
Yeah,
the
he
car.
had footage, his own footage.
Yeah, his house security footage.
Yeah. But why I wanted to bring it up is like loyalty. You want to talk about loyalty? His wife.
His wife is my
The loyalty winner of the year. She based on like voice message he left her, or no, he talked to her on the phone about basically hiding the murder weapon, and she did it. And it shows again their own house footage
security footage.
of her carrying a gun box out in a garbage bag. You can tell what it
A
is.
garbage bag with a big square.
She gets rid of the weapon, and he killed
her
her sister's boyfriend,
Oh, okay.
and she had his back the whole way.
Yeah. Like the loyalty.
Starts off no.
How do you take
The first trial, he's got his whole
back
family
over your
there.
own sisters?
He's got his whole family, his wife there, his brother there. Everybody's supporting him. The second trial was just her.
Well, that's the thing too. I didn't know about it. I knew about the murder and all that he was accused of and all
You
this.
didn't know about the double?
I didn't know about the double murder when they brought
Do you
that
think
back
he
up.
did that, or did you think he just had a great lawyer? Do you think he did the?
I actually
It's hard to say.
I know
He either
it's
did
like-
it or he was in there because it was the car.
I think he was in there, but I think the other
The
dude.
other guy
I
did.
think the other guy did.
That's what I think too.
That's what I think.
I think the other guy did because
He's trying to burn him, but he did shoot that guy in the face.
yeah,
too.
you shot that guy in the face, and then so it's like, well, that's what makes you think like, well, this guy wants to get payback, so he's blaming the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, people like him, like little gangster motherfuckers like him, they're hardcore about like, don't snitch, you don't say nothing, But he has no problem going on the stand. Oh yeah, this and this and this happened, and oh yeah, he shot him. It's like there's a code where you don't say nothing.
Well, what's crazy
And
about
you don't
that
say nothing.
is everybody-
And the fact that he was doing it makes me think
People
that he's blaming it on him for something that he did.
people talk a lot about that acquittal, the two that he didn't do, but it still, even if he didn't, he did shoot his buddy in the face.
Yeah.
And he just happened to live.
Yeah, I mean, no, he was, I believe, was there for the shooting, and he did shoot his friend in the face, and
He was
still,
there for-
and he still did do the other murder.
And then,
So I mean,
He
no,
did-
not sympathizing with the guy, but yeah,
either way, he was at least there when the two people got
he was
killed.
there. He was there.
And we agree on that. And then he shot his buddy in the face, and then played a whole year of football and earned a $40 million contract.
Speaking of playing football, though, that's one thing I will say too is everything he did was definitely wrong. But I want to know your guys' opinion on this. How much do you blame? Because they had those studies with his
CTs.
brain. Yeah. Had those studies with his brain, and that lady came out and said, yeah, it was,
His was the worst that they'd seen.
Well,
So, I mean, how much do
I grew up watching Junior Seau, and Seau was a classy person, and he he was like John Elway's biggest rival. Like he was another like Kobe Bryant. I just respected Sal. He was like, God, we Chargers, we gotta beat Sal. And he shot himself in the chest so they could analyze it. So I mean, like he took his own life. I think there were several factors. I think Aaron Hernandez's dad dying. I think him being bisexual.
That's what I was going to touch base on too.
I think it's a perfect storm that happened to Aaron Hernandez.
You know, like it was the perfect combination of problems.
Yeah, you just had too many.
Like, yeah, like I don't want to say that he did all that just because of the CTE stuff. Like, I mean, because I know that fucks with your head. But yeah,
I watched it.
His dad dying, like just all the problems coming into one.
Crystal and Eric, they always thought he was hot and everything. Like,
All the girls loved him.
yeah. Crystal and Eric watched the documentary. We're watching it, and it's like this guy just has the most poker face. Like nothing phases him. He just sits there and everything.
Nothing happened.
But what's weird is they pulled Robert Kraft on the stand. They put him on the stand, and then he's just like, just like looking back. They showed him like 6 times just looking back. He looked like a 10-year-old kid that disappointed his dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say what that made me think.
Like that, you could tell there was that scene.
Well,
you could tell something's wrong with
Something's
something.
going on.
Well, I think that, like you said, with his dad dying and everything. Like,
He could shoot a guy in the
I was
face,
watching that.
but he didn't want to like disappoint Robert Kraft.
Yeah, when I was watching that, I thought that's exactly what I thought. It's like he doesn't want to disappoint the father figure in his life.
Yeah.
Like he never wanted to disappoint his dad. He listened to his dad.
Showed zero emotion,
Mhm.
and then it's just like,
Yeah, as soon as
I'm
Robert.
sorry.
Yeah.
Here in the headlights almost.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It
No,
just showed
I
him.
agree with that 100%.
And he just looked
Like he was the
like
type of
a
guy.
little kid.
He was the type of guy that needed a figure.
He
in
looked
his
like
life.
a hard ass, almost like a gangster guy that was just stone faced. And then Robert Kraft's coming in, and he's just like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like he was the type of person that needed a role model, needed a father figure type. That's why I said like with the dad thing, I think it all just spiraled out of control. Like because then it was like, well, who do I go to? Who do I listen to? You know, who's gonna tell me this and this? And then so yeah, like with that part, it was when Robert Kraft came in, it was like, oh shit, my dad's mad at me. Even though it's not his dad, but it's like
100%. That's what it was. That was yeah.
That's why I can't.
You could
say
see it
it's
on
CTE.
camera. Like
There was a bunch of shit.
he had a bunch of shit wrong with him.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You know it was purpose sort of thing.
We get back to the Super Bowl. We're gonna do a $25 cash giveaway.
25 up to 50.
With a potential to win an additional 25, so you could win 50.
We should. I'll put in on that too. We should bump that over.
Nah, you have a chance to win this.
No, we want you to have. We and Johnny can't put in. We're gonna say our predictions at the end.
Yeah,
But we want you to get on our page and guess. Get started.
We can win.
started.
Well, he doesn't even have to put on the page because he's on the show.
Well, that's where we're gonna hit everybody.
But yeah, everybody else. His answer will be.
You're
fine.
gonna put him on the spot right now.
No, I'm saying his answer will be fine because he's with us right here. He's telling everybody he doesn't have to comment, but everybody else needs to comment on our Whiskey Nights page.
Well, it's got to be on our Whiskey Nights page.
Yeah, it can't be our
And
Facebook page.
these are the rules.
It has to be the Whiskey Nights
We're gonna
page.
give $25 to the person who guesses who wins the game.
Yeah.
And then
There's 3 things.
there's 3 things. Who wins the game? Who's the MVP of the game? You have to get those 2 right. And then the tiebreaker is total points in the game. So if it's 30 to 27, 57 points. That would be your guess. You're going to be like Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, and 57 points. That's an example. So,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought we were actually going just to score. But
no, the total points.
Total points, okay.
Total points is the tiebreaker. But if you get all 3 100% correct, we're going to throw an additional $25, $50 just for guessing on our page.
Good.
It has to be on our Whiskey Nights page. So if you're not following us on our page, like our page.
Yeah,
It doesn't
like
count if you're if you put it on Facebook, it won't count.
Right,
Even
yeah.
if you get it right.
If you put it on my personal Facebook page or his personal Facebook page, it's not gonna count. It has to be the Whiskey Nights Facebook page. Once we release this, though, you can comment on that, and that's where it will count.
And so, other than that, it's the closest to the tiebreaker's points.
So $25
To the
winner MVP.
winner, MVP, and the
then-
closest
and then-
on the points.
Yeah, and the closest on the points.
But if you nail the points right on, you nail that, you get an additional 25.
that's the trifecta.
The trifecta.
Let's start listening. What if somebody has both winner and MVP right, and they're both 1 point away on the total points.
And that's just 25. You got to get the whole.
Yeah.
You got to get the whole
And,
thing.
well,
Oh,
no,
you mean
but there's,
both
but
ways?
there's,
Both ways on the points. So let's say somebody guessed.
Then we'll give them both 25.
yeah,
Okay.
they'll both get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're not going to do 1 point over or 1 point under. I see.
Just
what
have to throw
No,
it.
you're right. That's a
Yeah.
good question.
No, that is a very good question. Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's gonna be extremely rare
Oh,
if two people guess the exact same thing. Like, well, I guess not the exact same thing because they could see somebody else's comment, but yeah, like it's a rare thing. 'Cause
If
it's
4
numbers,
people
it's
somehow
numbers.
guess the MVP of the game, the team, and the exact points, then I guess we're paying $200.
Yeah, like yeah, we'll
do
it, but that's a rare.
yeah.
That's an extreme occasion. Like, what the fuck? How
You
are
can get
arguing
on our page and do it, or you can just say it right now, and we'll hold you
this?
to
Oh,
it.
shit, yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
We'll hold it to what you say right now and get on the page and put it to you. That'll give us a like and a comment.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the big thing that you got to put it on the page. So we'll wrap this podcast up. We'll take some shots, and then say do our predictions.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna do
Yeah, we're gonna do predictions.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna shoot that, right?
Oh yeah.
Here, I'll go first with my predictions since mine doesn't mean shit compared to you guys.
Dude, it's a coin flip.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say. I'm gonna have to get the math in my head real fast. But I'm gonna say Chiefs win 38-27. So that would be 38-27, 50 plus 16, 15, 45.
What?
Well, you're saying for the all around points.
That's 65.
Yeah, 38-27.
65, yeah, you're right. All right.
40. You're 30.
I'm
You
like
said
12.
40. Wait,
12. I don't know.
You said all these points. 38 to 27.
38 to 27.
And that should add up to 16 and a half.
Well, what, did I say 45?
Yeah, you did say 40.
Oh, fuck.
You're off by 20.
Yeah, I was like, that's 50 plus 15, 65. Yeah.
Johnny just showed you the example of what not to do.
So, yeah, no, Chiefs, 38 to 27 for 65 points.
Yeah, that'd be your
That's
prediction.
my prediction.
Even if that hits,
But we don't hit it. But that's just my own.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go 30 to 23 Niners.
30 to 23, huh?
So that's
Yeah, so
53
53 points.
That's really close to mine.
Oh, you want to say did you say Mahomes is your MVP?
Oh, my MVP is gonna be Mahomes. Yeah.
I'll say 30 to 23 Niners, and the MVP is Deebo Samuel.
Devo, I like it. I like that a lot.
That's a pretty rare one.
It
That
is.
happened.
Nah,
That did.
But that would hit.
Okay.
Mix it up.
I'm gonna go 31 to 27.
Close game.
Yeah, close game, and we're gonna go Chiefs, and I gotta take Mahomes as MVP.
So 58.
So we both got Chiefs. We both got Mahomes. And
Yeah.
You got 58. I got 65.
All right, that'll be interesting to see on the page.
Yeah. Don't be shy. You guys are fucking. Let us know who you think is gonna win MVP. Your all around points.
All right, brother.
Yeah, like we do, we end it. Yeah.
It's gonna be your cheers.
Yeah, so it's just the cheers.
Gotta go with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, we got it.
Right here.
I was looking at you, Mike. If you don't go with Kobe, man, I might have to like.
If you don't go with Kobe, we're doing 2 cheers at the end.
Rest in peace, Mamba.
Rest in peace. Hell yeah, great podcast, guys.
Empty inside without you.
Me and Biggie's situation is small, man. Me and Biggie's situation is...
This right here to me, man, goes out to everyone that has lost someone.
Welcome to the Kobe Show. Take 2.
Check it, I grew up, but fucking screw up. Got introduced to the game, got an ounce and fucking blew up. Chopping rocks overnight. The nigga Biggie Small trying to turn into the Black Frank White. We had to throw stripes to change our discretion. They showed a bit what's missing. Showed they toes, you know they got stepped on. A fist full of bullets and chest bullets. Yes! From the police, picture that. Nigga, I'm too fake. I fuck around and catch an asthma attack. That's why I bust back. It don't faze me. When he drop, take his block and I'm swayzy. Celebrate my escapes on the block. Once I'm waiting, lay back, I got some money to win. When he died, I was just like, whoa. Unreal! Are you kidding me? Kobe 55 in the
as I laugh, pushing the gas when my clocks blast. We was young and we was dumb, but we had heart. In the dark, but we survived through the bad parts. Many dreams is what I had, and plenty wishes. No hesitation and extermination of these snitches. The shit is my shit, still continue to pursue me. Above the news, now the whole world trying to screw me. Even the cops tried to sue me, so what can I do? Trying to stress me, misery is all I see, that's my mind state. My history with the police to check the crime rate. My main man had 2 strikes slip, got arrested and flipped. He screamed thug life and
every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing.
I was more shocked to him. Pockets are strong,
thank you for all the inspiration. You guys will always be in my heart. And I sincerely appreciate it. No